Yorubas will say that ọmọ tó bá gbàgbé ilé, ó sọ àpò ìyàkọ́. A child who forgets where it comes from has simply hung the bag of destruction for himself. Why do I say this? Sometimes recently I began to check the internet and I saw that the Chinese have been able to produce a fire-repelling cloth, which if there is any fire incidents or whatever has to do with fire, that somebody can just pick within his room, wear it and walk through fire. Then I began to wonder and I began to think that, so this is possible. Then something struck my mind. I remember in Ogbomoso there is a masquerade called Danafojura. Danafojura is a masquerade that there's no amount of fire that can burn Danafojura masquerade. As a matter of fact, when Danafojura comes out from where we called Ileshon Egungun, where the masquerade emerged from, it begins to shout, "I'm feeling cold, Otutu. I'm feeling cold, Otutu, Otutu." And the next thing the people around Danafojura will do is to put up a fire, and every fire make Danafojura to go within it and began to hibernate inside the fire. Danafojura can stay in the fire for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and even more without getting burned. Then the thought struck me that if only the children of Danafojura's house or compound within the Yoruba extraction of West Africa will allow us to deep into the secret behind that regalia, we will have been the first to produce a fire-repelling clothing, not the Chinese. But unfortunately, whatever is ours, we call it bad, we call it black, we call it voodoo, we call it juju. But I would like to speak in my dialect. It is called Ìmọ̀ Ìjìnlẹ̀ Yoruba. It's simply Yoruba science. That clothing alone can make the children of that family never to be poor again, generations upon generation. But the Chinese have produced it already. You know how much they sell it? $12. In fact, they do promo for $2 on it. So sad. What belongs to us African? Because we hid it. We felt that it is not to be open to others. Some other people have taken it and they have made it what it is today. How many of such do we have in Africa? In Ghana, in Kenya, in Egypt, Southern Africa, in the north, the south, the middle, the east Africa. So many of such that can become an enterprise. Yet we have spiritualized them like they are not science. They are science, and it is high time that I'll begin to delve into it and make it an enterprise. This is what Oriafrica is all about. Let's not wait any further. Let's begin to dig deep into these mysteries, so-called, and make it an enterprise for us to understand. Recently, I was in a meeting where an emeritus professor said that the Chinese have been able to discover Àféèrí. What is Àféèrí? Disappearing charm. The Yoruba has had this before the 15th century. Far before slave trade, we have it. Àféèrí. It's in our language. But unfortunately, we kept it. We held on to it. We refused to let it out as a science to be studied. But the Chinese have studied it. Now they know it. Now they have it. Now they are selling it. How many of these things are we going to allow foreigners to take out of our hand? Can't we begin to look deep into who we are? What will develop Africa is in Africa. What will make Africa great is in Africa. What will make Africa a competitive nation amidst all nations is in Africa. I am passionate about this, and this is the reason for Oriafrica. I look forward to collaborations. I look forward to people coming together. And let's make Africa great. And let's make Africa what it is. What it's supposed to be, rather. And develop our continent. Ladies and gentlemen, of Africa descent, we only need Africans to develop Africa. God has given us everything we ever need. Olodumare has blessed us so much that what we have is enough to develop Africa and make Africa great and make Africa the most sought after nation in the world. Oriafrica at your doorstep. Thank you.
Powered by Ori, guided by Africa. Oriafrica.